Chapter 91 Tiger Teeth and Leopard Tail, see Tian Li, and 5 Remnants. Little dog, turn yoursel. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Queen Mother of the West, also known as Kunlun Divine Dog, when Yinchuan saw the information, he was also dumbfounded. Isn't Queen Mother of the West a god? And it should be human-shaped, how can it be linked to a mythical dog? But Yinchuan understood it quickly. The Queen Mother of the West in his impression is the culture before the time travel, and in this beast control world, Queen Mother of the West is the name of a mythical pet, especially the name Kunlun Divine Dog is much easier to accept. There is also an explanation in the information. According to the existing literature records, Queen Mother of the West is likely to be an ultimate evolution of Kunlun Divine Dog. Not all Kunlun Divine Dogs can be called Queen Mother of the West. Some people even believe that there is only one Queen Mother of the West, and that is the top Kunlun Divine Dog, and the description of Queen Mother of the West in Classic of Mountains and Seas is like this: Queen Mother of the West looks like a human, with a leopard tail, tiger teeth, and good at howling, with disheveled hair and a crested phoenix, and is the Sishiansalai in Wuchan, tiger teeth, leopard tail. Doesn't it mean that it has the form of both a tiger and a leopard? Puffy hair and wearing a jade hair ornament means messy hair and wearing jade hair ornaments. It's hard to associate it with a small dog, but here comes the powerful one, the fierceness of the sky, and the 5 remnants. It means that it is in charge of plague, disease, death, and execution. The 5 remnants here do not refer to 5 kinds of cruelty or anything else, but the name of the evil star, plague, disease, death, execution. It sounds awesome, not inferior to Anubis, the god of death. In the desert, in short, this small dog is likely to have the blood of the Kunlun dog. But the difference in form is still a bit big, and it may be very rare. Yinchuan stroked the dog's head and tried to calm the small dog down, but the small dog never gave up, just staring at the top of the mountain. Yinchuan had no doubt that as soon as he let go, the small dog would run to the top of the mountain and jump down. This is impossible to contract, but it is impossible to let the small dog go like this. A pet with ancient bloodline may even be mythical. If something unexpected happens, or it is contracted by someone else, no one can stand it. Sumu sneezed while walking on the road. After he walked away, he calmed down and felt a little regretful. That's a pet with tiger bloodline, just give it up like that. Sumu was unwilling, but in fact, he didn't have it. Even if he did find it first, he didn't have a contract, which was equivalent to handing it over to someone else. When it came to Yinchuan, he went to snatch it again. Sumu thought he couldn't bring himself to do this. But why don't I try? Maybe I can propose a duel. Whoever wins the contract, maybe there will be a chance. When Sumu thought of this, he slapped his thigh. Yeah, why didn't I think of it just now? I was busy pretending, and ended up pitting myself. Although Yinchuan's mutant seal is a bit good, his own little white tiger has evolved into a gust of wind white tiger, so it shouldn't be possible to lose, right? Hey! Forget it, what am I thinking about? It's just a dog with tiger blood. It's still a dog after all. What's the pity? If I, Sumu, want a contract, I should contract a real tiger. Don't you think so? By Jia. Sumu touched the swift white tiger. The swift white tiger nudged him with its head, then turned over and exposed its belly, asking Sumu to stroke it. Sumu stretched out his hand, then retracted it. Sorry, I'm not in the mood now. The swift white tiger looked at him with disappointment and yawned. Today's hunting class ended. That night, before Sumu turned off the lights and went to bed, he said, "Forget it, we are all classmates. What's wrong with letting a thin dog that is not even a real tiger go?" 4 hours after turning off the lights, he suddenly opened his eyes. Damn, that is ancient blood. I should have fought with Yinchuan. But after calming down a little, Sumu said to himself. There is something wrong with the mountains of Dongbai Mountain. The breath of tigers is looming and lingering for a long time. Maybe there are not only that little thin dog, but also other tigers. I still have a chance. I have already let it go. Don't think about it anymore. After saying that, when Sumu opened his eyes again, his tiger-protecting eyes were clear and he did not regret his decision. At the same time, Yinchuan has already started the dog training mode at home. Well, this little thin dog was put in a sack by him and taken back home. What a joke, this is an ancient pet. If he lets him stay in Dongbai Mountain for another day, it will be disrespectful to him. Yinchuan, how to say it, the current state of this little dog is very restless, and all he wants to do is run outside, return to Dongbai Mountain, and jump down from the mountain, and this goal cannot be achieved, and it will not continue to jump up and down. Now Yinchuan's house is about to be demolished. At the same time, Yinchuan also discovered the contradiction of the little dog. It is obviously very close to him, but it will show obsessive-compulsive behavior every once in a while. This similar situation reminds him of Su Mu's short deer. This should also be a psychological disease of pet animals. The next day, Yinchuan got up early and came to Dongbai Mountain. These days are hunting classes. As long as you come to Dongbai Mountain to punch in, you can move freely. At this point, Huyu has not come yet. Two golden beast masters, that is, security guards, stopped Yinchuan at the door. Two brothers, I want to ask, do you know anything about this little dog? Yinchuan took out two huazi, which made the security brother frown. Don't get me wrong, this is candy. Yinchuan tore open the outer packaging, and there was indeed candy inside. The two security brothers recognized each other at a glance before taking it, putting the candy in his mouth. One of the brothers recalled. This dog belongs to the forest ranger, and that is an old man. Not long ago, he had liver cancer and was admitted to the hospital. I heard yesterday that he was rescued in the ICU. I don't know how he is now. After asking around, Yinchuan learned about the situation. He believed that the obsessive-compulsive disorder and abnormal behavior of the small dog might be related to its experience. This question really got some clues. Let's go to the hospital. Yinchuan really took Su Xiao to the family where the old man was hospitalized. Strangely, since Yinchuan said he was going to the hospital, the small dog became particularly well-behaved. Those compulsive behaviors seemed to disappear all of a sudden. Brother, it's amazing. Su Xiao was very surprised, and she didn't understand why. Dogs understand human nature. What's more, they are dogs with ancient, even mythical blood. Yinchuan had limited information, but he had already woven a complete possibility in his mind. Perhaps, the little dog just wanted to see the old grandfather. Yinchuan found out that the little dog often tried to run away after the old grandfather went to the hospital, but Dongbai Mountain is a wild area, and the pets in it cannot go out unless they are dead or claimed by a contract, especially running away on their own. Under the watch of these gold-level security guards, the little dog repeatedly ran into obstacles. It didn't take long for the little dog to give up, but it was also during that period that it was frequently injured. That is, it kept climbing up high and then jumping down. The security guard showed Yinchuan some photos. It was a photo of the old grandfather and the little dog living together, which the old grandfather shared on WeChat Moments. The old grandfather had gray hair and curved eyes. He was a person who loved animals very much. He held the little dog and was very close to him. At that time, there was light in the little dog's eyes. There is also a photo of a small dog chasing a bird and jumping up, which should be taken by the old man himself. You must have seen those birds, which can fly high and not be bound. So you also want to turn into a bird, fly away, and find your old grandfather. Yinchuan touched the dog's head and imagined that the small dog had been waiting and searching for the old grandfather day and night after the old grandfather left. Yes, it is inseparable from the front. What should I do? Maybe if I learn to fly, I can go to find the old grandfather. But silly child, even if you fall to death, you can't fly away. You will only hurt yourself again and again. The old grandfather will feel sorry for you if he knows. It doesn't matter, I will take you to find him. Yinchuan suddenly fell silent. I hope everything is still in time, even if it is the last time. The taxi is very fast and the driver's driving skills are very smooth, but when I think of the old grandfather in the ICU, he may never get out at any time. Every minute and every second becomes particularly tormenting. The ICU only has 2 days of rescue, 48 hours, once the 48 hours are up. If the rescue fails, it means the rescue is ineffective. The old man was on the 2nd day of rescue. Either the rescue is successful, or, according to the information obtained, Yinchuan came to the door of the ICU ward. but he saw the red light of failed rescue and the piercing alarm. A bed was pushed out. Yinchuan's heart tightened, looking at the bed covered with white cloth, which kept sinking. Could it be that he was just one step late? Yinchuan saw the hand exposed under the white cloth, which was the hand of an elderly man, covered with age spots and wrinkles. Looking at the number and name on the bed again, there would be no mistake. Holding the little dog in his arms, Yinchuan felt that he was one step slower than death after all. The little dog can't fly, just like the god of death will not wait for anyone. Just when Yinchuan was sad for the old grandfather he had never met, suddenly, the little dog in his arms barked at the other side. Friendly reminder, in Beast World, pets can be brought into the hospital, including the entrance to the ICU, but of course they are not allowed inside. Chapter 92 Contracted Little Dog, Fu. Bug-like Talent, Tiger and Leopard Awakening. Death Affinit. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yinchuan looked over. He saw two gray shadows, one black and one white, supporting the outline of an old man on the left and right. He rubbed his eyes, wondering if he had seen it wrong. The three figures stopped and turned their heads slowly at the same time as the little dog barked. At that moment, Yinchuan felt his hair stand on end, as if he had fallen into an ice storage, but the little dog barked even more fiercely. Without any fear at all, Yinchuan watched the two gray shadows, one black and one white, meet each other and slowly disappear. The outline of the old man slowly came over, glanced at the little dog, and slowly lay back on the bed until it overlapped with the old man's body. Cough cough, but the already cold corpse actually coughed violently. The doctors, nurses, and medical pets around him all showed horror, because the body that had been declared ineffective or even brain dead actually came back to life. Such a thing, how could it be possible? This is completely beyond medical common sense. Yinchuan couldn't come back to his senses for a long time. He pulled Su Xiaoxiao. Did you see it just now? Su Xiaoxiao just shook her head. She didn't see anything, but she shivered just now and felt a hairy feeling all over her body. At the same time, Su Xiaoxiao was very surprised that the old man came back to life. Could it be that the little dog really was? Yinchuan noticed that after the old man came back to life, the little dog stopped barking, but broke free from his arms and jumped into the old man's arms. Whose dog? Take it away. No, I raise it. The medical staff noticed that the little dog jumped on the old man, but the old man panted to protect the little dog. The little dog licked the old man's hand and lay in his arms at ease. This familiar and warm feeling really wanted to stay with him forever. Seeing this, the medical staff didn't say anything else, but just sprayed some disinfectant alcohol on the little dog. This action is warm and cute. Old man, you should check it out. Where are the patient's family members? He doesn't seem to have any family members. Yinchuan stretched out his hand. Old man, check his body again. I'll take care of the little dog first. The old man glanced at Yinchuan and hesitated, but when he saw that the little dog did not reject Yinchuan, he handed it over with confidence. It seems that the little dog's sudden appearance here is inseparable from this young man. Afterwards, Yinchuan learned that the old man had no spouse, no children, and could be said to have no relatives. The money for his hospitalization was reimbursed by the state. It was the manager of Dongbei Mountain who sent him to the hospital. The old man's name is Wang Defa. The forest ranger of Dongbei Mountain was once a golden beast master. He was old, and his pets died in battles, and died of old age. The last one was released not long after he was diagnosed with cancer. I heard that old man Wang Defa had been a forest ranger for his whole life and had saved a forest fire. His pet was sacrificed in that fire, but it saved thousands of lives in Dongbei Mountain. Touching the head of the little dog, Yinchuan recalled the life of old man Wang Defa and couldn't help but sigh. The little dog, who fought for his life and even imagined that he could fly, became the last fetter in the old man's life. What I just saw should not be an illusion, but it is difficult to explain with science. The only thing Yinchuan could think of was that the bloodline of the Kunlun divine dog of the little dog, the Li of Tian, and the 5 residuals, one of which has the ability to control death. No matter how you look at it, it was the little dog that pulled the old man back from the hands of death, and the 2 gray shadows, one black and one white, made Yinchuan think of the black and white impermanents who escorted ghosts. Soon, the results of the old man's examination came out. His heartbeat and breathing were normal, but all his body functions were very weak and in a state of decline. The doctor said that his body can probably last for a few more years, 3 years at the shortest, 5 years at the longest. This is simply a miracle for an old man who has just been sentenced to death. Looking at the little dog wagging its tail in the old man's arms, Yinchuan didn't know whether to breathe a sigh of relief or feel lost. "Young man, are you going to contract Ah Fu?" Old man Wang Defa looked at Yinchuan with a smile, his face kind. Yinchuan nodded. "You are very attentive, otherwise how could you think of sending Ah Fu to see me?" The old man touched the little dog's head. "Although I really want to keep Ah Fu by my side, it would be too selfish. Ah Fu is not a simple pet, it will definitely do something in the future. Staying with me is just a waste of its best years of potential." Hearing what old man Wang Defa said, Ah Fu raised his head and looked at the old man, and kept rushing forward, as if he understood what the old man said, but didn't want him to say so. "Young man, I'll leave Ah Fu to you. What do you think?" Wang Defa noticed the pet ring on Yinchuan's hand. "This is a young beast master, the fact that he could send Ah Fu here already explains a lot. I couldn't ask for more. So his name is Ah Fu." Yinchuan looked into Ah Fu's eyes and laughed. "Ah Fu the thin dog. The tiger form is the black tiger Ah Fu. Ah Fu, dear. He will be your real master from now on. Just don't forget to come back and see Grandpa." The old man smiled and picked up the little thin dog and handed it to Yinchuan. The little thin dog was very obedient and didn't resist. Instead, he licked Yinchuan's hand. Under the witness of old man Wang Defa, Yinchuan completed the contract, and Ah Fu no longer resisted. Listening to Yinchuan talking about what Xiao Shigo had experienced after the old man was hospitalized, old man Wang Defa couldn't help but choked with tears. Xiao Shigo also snuggled in the old man's arms, reluctant to leave. After the contract, Yinchuan checked Xiao Shigo's panel: Chinese Greyhound Diamond Suit. Level, Bronze 7th level. Attributes, Ordinary, Ground/Ancient. Personality, Perseverance. Qualifications, Strength F, Body F, Speed F, Mind F, Endurance F. Talents, Tiger and Leopard Awakening, possessing magical transformation ability, can switch between tiger and leopard forms. Tiger form has strength, leopard form has speed. Regardless of the form switched to, the strength will be increased by 3 levels, which can break through the strength level. Death affinity, can smell the breath of death, thus avoiding danger, and is less likely to die when fatally injured. It also has unknown power and is suspected to be able to drive away the death of others, but there are great limitations. Skills, bite the enemy and do not let go, continuously causing damage, with a chance of bleeding. Bark, has a chance to reduce the opponent's momentum, increase its own momentum, and increase destructive power at the same time. Evolutionary route, small greyhound, unknown. Sure enough, there is ancient blood. Yinchuan was overjoyed. In this way, with Bao Bao, he now has 2 ancient pets. For a high school student with no background, it is like a beggar being treated like an emperor. Even a cool article would not dare to write this way. The skills of the little dog are mediocre, but the talent is absolutely invincible. You can tell at a glance that it is not simple. The talent of Tiger and Leopard Awakening is too buggy. Not only can it switch between the 2 forms of Tiger and Leopard, and have different specialties, but it can also directly improve the strength by 3 levels. The little dog is now Bronze level 7, upgrading 3 levels directly to Black Iron level 1, crossing the evolution and strength level is very strong. Not to mention death affinity, it sounds awesome. After contracting the little dog, Yinchuan sent old man Wang Defa back home. Not far from Dongbai Mountain. There is not much time left, and there is also a pension, so old man Wang Defa plans to lie down. Yinchuan also bought him some milk and fruit to help the old man supplement nutrition. My ability is limited now. I will repay Mr. Wang Defa when I become rich in the future. When Yinchuan walked out of Wang Defa's house, he had a notebook in his hand. The contents of this notebook will be very helpful for Yinchuan's next actions. Chapter 93, Pets Escape. What classmates? All I can see are the number plates. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Notes: it is the forest protection notes of Old Man Wang Defa, looking at the three characters Wang Defa in capital letters on the cover, and a sketch of a small dog. Yinchuan fell into deep thought. It not only records the terrain in Dongbai Mountain in detail, but also pets and some things that happened. As for why it is helpful to Yinchuan, it is that with this Wang Defa note, he will be more comfortable in the pet battle royale. That night, Yinchuan looked at the three pets in front of him, revealing a doting and complacent look. The first pet, Hayadair, hug, _3. Plump and steady, the strongest silver strength, and also a partner in the early stage of entrepreneurship. Now it is a scale-tail seal fused with a water blade form, and the tentative evolution route is a tidal seal. The second pet, the second one, Kong, anger, that he has an unyielding character. He was originally a secret pet of the great ape family and mastered the secret skill of stepping on the clouds and turning the sky. He has bronze strength, but the materials and conditions for evolution are met. As long as his strength catches up a little, he will soon evolve into a spirit thunder monkey and become a little black iron. If nothing unexpected happens, he will evolve into a spirit thunder monkey in the future. The third pet is our third child. Xiao Shigo is lucky. He has a stubborn character and is originally an excellent breed among canine pets. He has ancient, even mythical blood. He is suspected to have the blood of the Kunlun god dog. He is only bronze level, but he has two heaven-defying talents, Tiger and Leopard Awakening and Death Affinity. The subsequent evolutionary direction is unknown, but according to Yinchuan's experience, it depends on whether a strong evolutionary route can be obtained in the simulation. Bao and Kong, after getting the simulated memory, have become good brothers, especially the status of the big brother Bao, which is as solid as a rock. The little dog is a social nerd. He wagged his tail as soon as he came up, sniffed with his nose, licked with his tongue, and greeted people in various ways. It seems that after seeing the old man and making sure that the old man was safe, the little dog's heart knot has been untied, and there is no such compulsive behavior, you know. Before, the little dog completely ignored Bao and Kong, and only knew to jump up and down. However, Yinchuan touched the two white birthmarks on the dog's back that looked like small wings. He remembered that this birthmark would become like wings when Ah Fu entered the black tiger form. Ah Fu can't really fly, right? Crows take a plane. That if it is the legendary Tengu, or even the great Tengu, then it must have wings and can fly, but in that case, Ah Fu's bloodline is too mixed. I don't know whether it is a good thing or a bad thing. However, Yinchuan can be sure of one thing. Under the continuous simulation of the beast taming scroll, even if Ah Fu can fly one day, it is definitely not an outrageous thing. Speaking of flying, Yinchuan takes a look at his three pets. Bao is the sea, Kong is the land, and if Ah Fu can really fly, then he has all the skills of sea, land and air. Even if Ah Fu can't fly, it won't affect his next plan, that is the fourth pet, and it is very likely that he will contract a pet with the ability to fly. After all, flying pets are highly maneuverable and can also play a role in reconnaissance, which has great tactical significance. You know, in Pokemon, Jia basically has a flying pet. Since he wants to play with beasts, how can he be less? But now Yinchuan has to worry about the three big sons. Oh, Ah Fu is a bitch, which is considered a daughter. How much resources will be spent to raise her? It should be said that relying on the beast scroll to simulate cheating, everyone is lining up. But don't rush, take your time. 3 days later, the first-year students of Beast Taming No. 3 Middle School have already gathered at Dongbai Mountain. Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, ready for battle. This is the first time they have participated in the pet battle royale in their beast taming career, and it is also a test of the results of their training since the start of school a month ago. At the same time, the most important thing is the benefit. Some familiar faces of the school teachers have also appeared here. The principal, who looks like the old man Kenji, Li Sanyang, the teacher of the resource management department, Mawen Kai. Basically, they will appear in the grade competition. The pet battle royale is different from the general battle. It tests your comprehensive quality and survival ability in the wild melee. Principal Li Sanyang presided over it personally. There is no first in literature and no second in royal. We will rank according to your survival and performance in the battle royale. The higher the ranking, the richer the reward. First, let's talk about the first place. 1 credit. 8 bronze energy blocks. 5 black iron energy blocks, and 1 silver energy block. A tailor-made rare pet egg. Second place, 0.9 credits. 7 bronze energy blocks, black iron. A pet egg of the 3 royal families. As Principal Li Sanyang announced the rewards, everyone's eyes were hot. The first place gets a full 1 credit. You should know that only Class 2 has received credits, and the first place Yinchuan only got 0.5 credits. This means that as long as you get the first place in the Battle Royale, you can instantly become the first in the grade credit ranking. There is no need to introduce the energy block resources. It is a real hard currency. You can never have too much, and the amount is also sufficient. Of course, it is limited to the top 20, especially the top 3, the rewards are in a ladder-like manner. By the 20th place, there are only 3 bronze-level energy blocks. Only 50 people can barely get a sip of soup. After 50 people, there are only participation awards, not to mention, the first place also has a specially customized rare pet egg. The rare pet eggs mentioned here are at least on the level of ice crystal flowers and small steel dragons, above the Yoursel family. Even if they don't get first place, the top 3 can still get pet eggs of the same level from the Yoursel family. To know, 1 month and the next period of time are the time for the first and second echelons to advance to the little black iron. So many people will start preparing for a second pet beast, so the reward for this battle royale is simply a quilt when the weather gets cold, which is what many people need. There are seniors who come to watch the game, and of course there are also those in the promotion class, that is, the group who are repeating their studies. The rewards are pretty good. Has the school received a lot of sponsorships recently? This freshman class is so lucky. It's enviable. Among them was a senior with white cat ears and white hair, squatting on a rocky slope. There was a black kitten lying on his knees. There was a shadow on the surface of the body, and the sunlight seemed to be absorbed. He looked only 15 or 16 years old, more immature than a first-year student, but he was indeed a second-year senior. Sumu, what do you think? Hee. Sumu, who was so stunningly beautiful that even the girls from Yinchuan No. 3 middle school couldn't match her, smiled and said. Mo, you are a lucky man. Do you envy other people's luck? Sumu's beautiful eyes wandered around, looking for her lovely junior Yinchuan in the crowd. After all, it was sponsored by me, so I should pay more attention to it. Mo smiled and touched the cat's head. His beast control talent is called Lucky Man, a very metaphysical talent that is said to increase the luck of the beast control master and his pet beast. How to say, Mo is indeed a lucky person who can pick up money on the street. Rare pet beasts come home by themselves, and never fails to use the evolution machine. Well, that rare pet beast is the dark civet cat on his knee, a shadow attribute, semi-elemental cat pet beast. The other side, the Li duo were also observing the first-year students. Li Pai, please stop talking. How can someone's pet look like a pig and a dog? How mean is that? Impossible, absolutely impossible. He must be from our school, and he is still a freshman. Li Xian, believe it or not, I will find him out. As Principal Li Sanyang read out the rules of this pet beast battle royale, the head teacher of each class took the students to the designated starting point, which is the safe zone. If you want to give up the battle royale, or encounter unexpected danger, just go to the safe zone. There are teachers in charge there, as well as various supplies and first aid supplies, all of which are designed to prevent accidents in the battle royale. Yinchuan has already joined the second-class classmates. He gently touched his number plate. It is his student number 19, the pet ring on the hand, 2 pieces, 1 black iron and 1 bronze. In fact, the one you hugged should be silver, but it has just evolved, and it will take some time to upgrade the pet ring. The bronze one is empty. As for Afu's one, the soul contract hasn't been burned yet, and the pet ring hasn't been generated yet. Teachers from all classes, please take your seats. The first grade of Beast Control No. 3 Middle School, the first month-end Pet Beast Battle Royale, starts now. Hearing this voice, Yinchuan's eyes were filled with fighting spirit. The first place in Pet Battle Royale, Chuan, am already determined to win. Grab as many number plates as possible while surviving to the end. This is what Yinchuan wants to do. From now on, there are no classmates, no men and women in Yinchuan's eyes, only eye-catching number plates. The hunting time has begun. The third supporting actor has been arranged, Ling Mo. Chapter 94. Can this mutate into a light attribute? I'm dead, Yinchuan from Class 2, in dange. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Li Sanyang, are you sure there is nothing wrong? Ma Wenkai took an overhead picture, pointed at it and said. There's something wrong with this mountain range. It's become more and more like. You mean, a tiger? Li Sanyang's eyes were sharp and he looked at Ma Wenkai, who looked like he was going to explode at any moment with his muscular body. Then, he would make you a colonel's chicken nuggets on the spot. Teacher Ma, you are too cautious. Besides, didn't you notice that I arranged more staff this year? Li Sanyang chuckled, his goatee twitching with his smile. Even if there is a problem in this mountain range, with so many of us, are we still afraid that it won't be able to cure it? Besides, how can you be so unlucky? It just happens. Do you think you're going to write a novel? With that said, Li Sanyang patted Ma Wenkai on the shoulder. After this battle royale is over, I will report it to the city and let the Alliance test it to see if there is any problem. You also know that I am not someone who makes fun of students' safety. After listening, Marvin fell silent. There is actually nothing wrong with this arrangement. You can't cancel the month-end battle royale just because of your own guess, right? Even if Li Sanyang allowed it, those students who were waiting for updates on resources and points rankings would not agree. If there is a real problem, we will take action. I have asked the teacher in charge to increase security. Marvin touched the pet ring in his hand, pursed his thin lips, and said nothing. Yinchuan sighed, already taking Su Xiao into the mountains and forests. Although the 4 King Kongs headed by Zhao Mingquan wanted to follow him, Yinchuan pulled Su Xiao and ran away. I don't want to put a man on top of a man. With the help of a cute girl, who the hell is going to play with you? The main thing is to act together. The target is too big and easy to be attacked. Huanjing explained, so don't follow me. Glasses, you are so unloyal. The bastard Yinchuan has already run away with his little cousin, and now even you want to abandon us. Zhao Mingquan was merciless and put a big hat on Huanjing's head. That's right. Chen Yijia echoed, we, the 4 great Vitras, should unite together to avoid being defeated one by one. Yinchuan's number 1 male fan, Yan Qihang, spoke at this time. What a pity. My talent, Strong Wall, can increase the defense of nearby pet beasts, and I still want to assist brother Yinchuan. Damn it, other people are in love, but you are a fan. If you are so unsatisfactory, stop raising dogs. Zhao Mingquan sneered, isn't it nice to help us? Zhao Mingquan, be careful what you say, Yinchuan is also my eldest brother. Chen Yijia exhaled from his nostrils. He was tall and directly wrapped one hand around Zhao Mingquan's neck. Can you please stop arguing? If you want to make a quarrel, get out of the battle royale and make another quarrel. For a moment, Huanjing wanted to use his spectacled rattlesnake to poison these 3 bastards and then take away their number plates. I, Huanjing, want to survive until the end, use school resources to complete the civilian counterattack, and then take off, you bastard. Just when the 4 King Kongs were noisy, Yinchuan has already encountered his first opponent. Class 3, Zhao Lei. The other party reported his name, Yinchuan. I've been following you for a long time, and I hope to have a fair fight with you. After saying that, the other party blushed. Yinchuan didn't expect that someone would stare at him. He looked at the other person and found that he was a guy covered in luxury goods, but his eyes were a little evasive when he looked at him. Please, if you are a rich second generation, don't worry about society. It's a waste of capital. Yinchuan directly summoned the little monkey, because he saw that the opponent's pet ring was only bronze level. Why not use that little seal? There was a hint of embarrassment in Zhao Lei's eyes. Yinchuan didn't have to fight the pet beast. Are you sure he wasn't looking down on him? Yinchuan was stunned for a moment, shook his head and smiled. There's really nothing I can do about you. He summoned Hug, let me introduce you again, Class 2, Yinchuan. When the other party saw this, he was overjoyed. My pet beast is Little Stone. Come out, Little Light. Yinchuan frowned when he heard the name of this pet beast. Are you sure your name is not Zheng Lei? He remembered that there was a man named Zheng Lei in Class 1, who also used small stones, but Xiao Shi too, a pet beast, doesn't look like a guy full of luxury goods. How can he use it? However, when Yinchuan took a closer look, he discovered something special. Xiao Lei's small stone actually shone with a faint golden light, and there was actually a light attribute in the panel. Damn it! A small stone that mutates into light. Yinchuan was shocked. Xiaoguang, use hardening. Xiaoguang, use light blessing. Xiaoguang, forced evolution. That I saw Xiao Lei entering a fighting state, his eyes became firm, and he got buffed. The little stone had a layer of hardening, then a layer of light blessing effect, and then it was forced to evolve into a little stone monster. It became larger, its limbs became thicker, and it even grew a pair of squinting eyes. Forced evolution is an S-level talent that allows the little stone to activate its potential in a short period of time and gain evolved power and form. Xiao Lei explained himself, but the duration is very short, and once the time is over, everyone will enter a weak state, so I must defeat you as soon as possible. As for the blessing of light, it can improve all attributes of the pet beast. Little Shi too, you have been strengthened, come on. After listening to Xiao Lei's explanation of the extra scene, he watched Xiao Shi too rush over with buffs all over his body. Yinchuan nodded, the expression on his face is, not bad, do you want me to applaud you? Snapped, that he hugged a dragon tail and slapped the small stones covered with buffs on the ground, causing the ground to sink in a little. Xiao Lei opened his mouth, unable to believe that his little stone was killed like this. The little stone monster with 3 buffs on its body can be said to have the strength of black iron, and it is even more powerful in the bronze level, but Little Kuriji, hugging here is already a thing of the past. Nowadays, the silver level hug is like a mountain of meat, and there is a slightly vulgar and cute oppression in the intelligent eyes, the thick meat, the tail pressed hard against the small stone. It didn't even have a chance to struggle, and could only be humiliated. Into the ground, Yinchuan stretched out his hand and took Xiao Lei's number plate. Thanks. Xiao Lei looked at Yinchuan's retreating back and put the small stone back into the pet ring without tears. You did a good job, Xiaoguang, he is so strong, and so polite. Xiao Lei said softly to the pet ring, turned around and walked towards the safe area. The number plate has been taken away. According to the rules, he has been eliminated. If he does not go back, he will have to wait for the teacher to pick him up. After thinking about it, Xiao Lei sent a message to the class group. I have been killed. Class 2 Yinchuan is in danger. Chapter 95. You guys are on the run, we are in paradise. Actually, this is also part of his plan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yinchuan took Su Xiaoxiao forward. He originally planned to go to a very good place according to the contents in Wang Defa's notes. There are many fruit trees and a clear spring there, and the supply of food and water is sufficient, especially among the tree fruits. There is a kind of healing tree fruit, which can be used together with the wound medicine to recover the pet animal's injuries faster, and the place is very hidden and not easy to be discovered. In Battle Royale, all you have to do in the first game is survive. The second thing is to capture as many number plates as possible. Yinchuan's plan is to first occupy strategic points, then use the strategic points as the center, expand the area from point to point, and harvest number plates outwards. Although it is important to capture the number plate, but don't worry, just get enough number plates before the battle royale ends. You know, the number plate is not gone if someone takes it away, but it will be concentrated in the hands of the winner. In other words, even if someone harvests 10 number plates, Yinchuan can get all his gains as long as he kills him. Not to mention, in the case of equal strength, the more battles, the greater the consumption. If you take advantage of the opportunity, you can get the maximum harvest with the minimum effort. Let's talk about some benefits. That is, although one is very powerful, the fewer times one takes action, the fewer people know that one is powerful. Considering that there will be a challenge competition system in the future, hide your strength so that you can challenge yourself. This wave is called the stand up to pick up leaks. Pretend to be a pig to eat the tiger, and cut the leaks in waves battle. Perfect. The corners of Yinchuan's mouth raised slightly, but the Zhao Lei he just met made him think. First of all, Zhao Lei is in Class 3, although I don't know where the current strength of the first echelon of Class 3 is, but Zhao Lei's pet beasts and talents are quite good, so why didn't he play? Yinchuan thought about whether it was possible, some people are more Buddhist, or because they have overflowing resources, or because of their personality, or for various reasons, they did not participate in the last competition. Therefore, there are still some strong people among the freshmen whom I have not yet come into contact with. Zhao Lei is just a guy with potential. Who knows if there is anyone better than him? Although he is very confident in Hua's current strength, Yinchuan is not blind enough to think that he is invincible in his grade. After all, in many works, claiming to be invincible is a debuff. The strongest invincible creature in a certain Zhou is still floating in outer space. Thinking of this, Yinchuan became even more satisfied with his tactics. Seeing Yinchuan looking for cover and taking small paths to avoid the sounds of fighting, he recalled the scene when Yinchuan killed Zhao Lei instantly. Su Xiaoxiao couldn't help but mutter in her heart. My brother is too steady. He is very strong, but too steady. Soon, Yinchuan came to the place recorded in Wang Defa's diary, which was a place he regarded as a strategic point. Just behind a rock covered with vines, there is a cave inside, full of various trees and fruits. Wow, this water is so sweet and clear. Su Xiaoxiao let the little rabbits out, and each pet drank water. Girl, cute pet, paradise. In Yinchuan's eyes, such a scene was quite pleasant. It's a battle royale outside, and a paradise inside. TSK, it's so delicious. Let you kill first, and you are almost done. Then when Yinchuan, come out, you run away, and I will kill you. Yinchuan released a hug, empty, and blessed. A leopard, a monkey and a dog were having fun here. As I said before, happiness comes naturally. Even if you hug it and ignore it, you will still get close to it. Hug and Kong Kong are not exclusive either, and they quickly became familiar with the enthusiastic Fu. The other side, the 4 King Kongs encountered a crisis. Class 1, Zhang Lei. Class 3, Lin Leopard. You are surrounded by us. Lin Leopard, you are so interesting. How can 2 of us surround the 4 of them? Did your mother knit you a larger scarf? Or did your mother give you a big head with an empty head? That the woman who called herself Zhang Lei said angrily. She has short brown hair, and her green pupils reflect the 4 King Kongs. Are you stupid? I'm your fucking teammate. That the boy who calls himself Lin Leopard also has a hot temper, just like the afro on his head. It's not permed, it's just that my hair was fried today. Lin Leopard was wearing a loose sweater, and his facial features were slightly vulgar, as if he had 4 words written on his face. I am a housekeeper. Okay, I don't have time to fuck with you, stupid kid. Come out, jackfruit. Zhang Lei summons a pet beast. I saw a large piece of jackfruit, with a unique fruity smell, appearing in front of everyone. This jackfruit has a nose and eyes. It's actually a plant-based beast, and it's the kind that can be eaten. Jackfruit, use sticky impact. Zhang Lei gave an order, and jackfruit secreted sticky substances all over her body, and then she ran quickly and rushed towards the 4 King Kongs. What the hell? The 4 kings summoned their pet beasts one after another, and jackfruit rushed over, covering them and the pet beasts with sticky glue. It was sticky and disgusting, and their movements were affected. Come to your senses. They found that only Zhang Lei was standing there, and Lin Leopard, who was still cursing just now, had disappeared. Great white shark, use splash leap. Suddenly, Lin Leopard's voice sounded, and he appeared out of thin air beside the crowd. Appearing with him, there was also a water-based pet great white shark, with black iron strength, coming with water waves. Master the great white shark of water storage and splash leap. Huanjing's pupils shrank, and he hurried to dodge. The other 3 people were not so good. The great white shark spit out water, and its entire body entered the water flow, and jumped up, with amazing water splashes and impact energy, pressing towards the 3 people. Bang! The huge impact force and water waves knocked everyone off their feet. At the same time, Zhang Lei's attack came again. Jackfruit, use sweet heavy attack. Bang! Ouch! A woo! I saw Zhang Lei's pet jackfruit quickly approached, punched out, and hit the little round dog. Zhao Mingquan sacrificed himself to save the dog, and was blown away together, falling all over. Psycho. I've only heard of dogs protecting their masters, but never heard of masters protecting their dogs. Zhang Lei was shocked, but she suddenly realized how handsome Zhao Mingquan was. Even though he was beaten so badly, he was still handsome, and more than a little bit. After a while, the 4 great kings were almost wiped out, and only Huanjing was left. I didn't expect that the people in Class 1 would join forces with Class 3. Damn, I still need those bastards to protect me. I'm so upset. What kind of tragic brothers are you talking about? Thinking of Zhao Mingquan, Chen Yejia, and Yan Qihang, the pets of these 3 guys couldn't get up anymore, and used their bodies to hold Zhang Lei and Lin Liupa. Then he shouted, "Glasses, go. You are the last one of our 4 great kings. You can't be eliminated. If you meet brother Yinchuan, you must let him avenge us." Then, the 3 guys were dragged away by the teacher because of the violation. But the other party was not completely unscathed. Huanjing's cobra rattlesnake injected fatigue toxin into the great white shark, and for a long time afterwards, his great white shark was almost useless. However, the biggest problem is that the neurotoxin of the cobra rattlesnake has very little effect on pure plant pets, or even almost no effect. Otherwise, Huanjing has confidence in fighting 2 people alone. As for what they said, asking Yi Yinchuan to help them get revenge, it's not impossible, but why is this style so like a villain? Beating the small one, provoking the big one, it's endless. Huanjing shook his head, but at least he is free now. Although it was a pity for the elimination of the 3 comrades, there were 3 less burdens. Huanjing adjusted his glasses and smiled unkindly. In fact, this was also in his plan. Chapter 96. Huanjing, have no feelings. Good brothers, let's be the 6th together. You are listening at novelfull.audio. For Huanjing, Zhao Mingquan and Chen Ye's family are all pickled fish, which are fried, noisy, and redundant. Yan Qihang's talent is somewhat useful and can assist, but he has no choice but to be tied up with Zhao Minggu and Chen Ye's family. If you want to achieve good results in the battle royale, you must get rid of these second-rate players. We are all classmates, and it's not easy to do it yourself. I originally planned to find an opportunity to sell these. I didn't expect someone to help solve the problem so quickly. Plan past square root. After thinking about it, Huanjing showed a long-lost smile. Damn, it's so damn refreshing without those idiots chattering around. 1 minute later. Little glasses, those ones are gone. Why do I feel a little uncomfortable? Touching the head of the cobra, Huanjing only felt cold, because this creature is a cold-blooded animal and cannot speak. Bah, bah, bah. What am I thinking? I, a civilian beastmaster, want to counterattack, and I must not get stuck in these useless social interactions. I have to be as cold-blooded as little glasses. There was a bit of contempt in the rattlesnake's eyes. Huanjing took a deep breath, and rational thinking began to occupy the high ground in his brain. Clear thinking is back. My rattlesnake is definitely not very strong among those second-generation and genius pet beasts. So I want to gain as much advantage as possible in the battle royale, that is to stay quiet. Huanjing looked for cover everywhere and walked in one direction. In the hunting class a few days ago, I have been looking for a suitable location, and my hard work paid off, and I found it. The corners of Huanjing's mouth raised slightly. There are fruit trees and clear springs there. It's a paradise. It's very suitable as a base for a battle royale. Don't blame me for not taking you, it's because you are too weak to live here. Arriving at the base he had found in advance, Huanjing frowned. Huh. Someone came first. And there were 2 of them. The footprints of this pet beast, hiss. It's definitely a heavyweight. With such a thick tail, could it be a subdragon pet beast? That when Huanjing walked in cautiously, he saw Yi Yinchuan lying there in the distance, holding a hug as a pillow, one of his legs crossed, and a small dog lying on his chest, eating the tree that Su Xiaoxiao fed him. Fruit time. When Huanjing wanted to take a closer look and take a step forward, Yi Yinchuan's pet beasts all rose up, staring at him with vigilant eyes, ready to attack at any time. Huanjing was greatly shocked. He and Yinchuan looked at each other. The atmosphere was very awkward for a while. Are you here too? Come in and sit. Yinchuan sat up, thinking that there was an enemy attack, but it turned out to be one of his own. Huanjing came in. Huanjing felt restless. Huanjing tried to shamelessly stay a little longer. Huanjing found that he had just blended in, and he was also an outsider. Well, I'd better go over there alone and stay for a while. Huanjing sat aside and began to think about what would happen next. It would be great if you could hold Yinchuan's thigh. Just when Yinchuan's life was quiet, there have been various encounters and melees between the classes outside, and the weaker ones have been quickly eliminated. The elites of each class are standing out. Some rely on strong personal strength, and some rely on teamwork and mutual cooperation, of course. There are also quite a few people who have clear ideas and have been stubborn since the beginning of the battle royale. Some teachers are responsible for patrolling, ensuring the safety of students, and at the same time clearing out those who have been eliminated and those who have violated the rules. There are also some seniors who are here to watch the battle. Of course, there is a principal. They cannot interfere in the battle royale, otherwise the credits will be deducted directly. No one will be stupid. It's right here, with my shark's northern nose, that I can smell the enemy's scent and track him. Damn you bastard with glasses, he's so despicable with poison. You're a scumbag who plays with snakes. Huh, if it weren't for your shark nose, I wouldn't bother to go all the way. Now, it was Zhang Lei and Lin Leopard who were cursing and looking for the scent of Huanjing. Huanjing's spectacled rattlesnake injected poison into Lin Leopard's great white shark. Now it is chronically poisoned and has almost no fighting power. After Zhang Lei and Lin Leopard walked away, the ground shook like water waves, and a male student looked like. Are all freshmen today so noisy? Childish. The male student had sharp eyes and tough features. He was about 1.8 meters tall. He was holding a wine bottle in his hand and a cigarette between his fingers. As he emerged from the ground, it turned out that under his feet was an earth-type sand-blade jackal. Because it came out of the soil, his fingers kept covering the mouth of the bottle to prevent sand and soil from falling into the bottle. He took a sip, blew the ashes on the cigarette, and lit it. Cheng Tai Lang, you are smoking and drinking again. A male teacher lowered his voice and looked like he hated iron. I'm so annoyed, why is the ghost still here? This is not a school, the male student named Cheng Tai Lang muttered. Lao Sha, let's go. Finished, the sand-blade jackal howled and pounced directly into the ground, activating its flying sand escape skill and softening the soil under Cheng Tai Lang's feet. One person and one wolf quickly sank into the soil and disappeared. When the male teacher rushed over, he could only catch a little cigarette ashes. This silky smooth operation makes you look like a repeat offender at first glance. Cheng Tai Lang. Listen to me, don't let me catch you. Also, if you dare to sabotage the battle royale, you will be dead. Underground, Cheng Tai Lang held his breath, his eyes calm and sharp. If the teacher ran faster, he would have to punch him. Teacher, have you eaten? If not, take my punch. On the other side, the students in Class 3 have all seen the message sent by Zhao Lei. I'm dead. Yinchuan from Class 2 is in danger. Many people were asking him what happened, but Zhao Lei shared the information generously. Yinchuan, Yunying and Mushwanzi walked together. Her little gun fox has evolved into a gun-tailed fox, with a larger and more slender body, especially the tail as a weapon, which has become longer, more flexible and tougher. The original cute pet now has some beauty and elegance, especially the red on the tail, which is amazing. Mushwanzi's little toothed dog has also evolved into a big toothed dog. And its body has not only become larger, especially the head has become wider, becoming honest and cute, with sharp teeth, and the lethality of the bite is no longer comparable to before. The two met at first sight, and they both had a common goal, which was to kill Yinchuan and get back the ground of the third class. Last time, they almost turned the tables, but they were suppressed by Yinchuan alone, which was really aggrieved. It seems that his strength has improved again. It's really terrible. But our hard training will not let us down. Mushwanzi is full of positive energy. This time, she is very confident. Our Schwanzi is so cute. Yuniying held Ma Xuanzi's chubby face and couldn't help wanting to kiss her, but she didn't realize that she was also a cute girl. Humph, Yinchuan, his little seal is really untouchable by a gun. Yuniying got angry when she thought of Bao Bao's shameless appearance. Look at my Ari, how to poke the leopard this time. Achoo! Yinchuan sneezed. What he didn't notice was that Zhang Lei and Lin Leopard had quietly entered this secret base. Lin Leopard's talent is called changeability. He can mimic like a chameleon, and he can mimic his pets and people around him. Before, he relied on this talent to raid Huanjing and his group. At this time, he used the same trick again, intending to bring Zhang Lei into this place, capture Huanjing, and let him remove the poison, but he didn't expect, in addition to Huanjing, there are other people here. That's Yinchuan. Lin Leopard and Zhang Lei both noticed Yinchuan. They met at first sight. This is a great opportunity to kill the top credit. If they succeed, they can not only occupy this secret base and achieve better results in the battle royale, but also become famous in one battle and make a name for themselves in the first grade. Lin Leopard made a gesture of wiping his neck. Zhang Lei made an okay gesture. The two slowly approached Yinchuan, intending to kill his main battle pet with one blow. Good brothers, let's be the six together. Extras number 5 Zhang Lei, number 6 Lin Leopard, number 7 Qing Tailang have been arranged. These are the last few days at work, and I am very busy, so the number of words updated may be a little less, and I will update more after the holidays. Chapter 97 It's not easy to be the sixth brother. Let me make it clear first, I am acting in self-de. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhang Lei and Lin Leopard, both of them have summoned their pets. The great white shark looks weak now, but it can still cover the jackfruit, and Zhang Lei's jackfruit is already charging. Sweet heavy blow, consume a lot of sugar in the body, and hit a powerful and fierce blow. The more sugar consumed, the more powerful it is, but if it consumes too much, it will enter a corresponding weak state, or even be unable to get up again. This is the first place in the points ranking. Give him some face. Fire at full power. As long as Yinchuan is killed, Su Xiaoxiao and Huanjing will not be a big deal. Zhang Lei's talent is nature's favorite, and when the plant-type pet is injured, it can get a certain attack and defense bonus, and the plant-type pet is not afraid of the neurotoxins of the cobra. From the perspective of observation, Su Xiaoxiao's pet is not strong, so they have this confidence. Wu? The little dog Ah Fu tilted his head and saw a little blurry shadow. This made Zhang Lei and Lin Leopard nervous. Could they be discovered? But Ah Fu did not react much, because it could see many similar shadows, such as here, some crawling on the ground, some floating in the water, and some hanging upside down. These two should be the same, right? Yinchuan noticed Ah Fu's subtle reaction and turned his head to see. Bao Bao, there is a dirty thing. Protect the king. Bao Bao. Omega, what? Where? Hearing the old father's call for help, the light of wisdom in Bao Bao's eyes flashed, and he whistled over with a tail, with a whistling sound, like a giant dragon swinging its tail, hardened steel. Sweep the tail and rush. Pa pa pa. Lin Leopard and his group, who relied on the talent of beast control to disguise, were thrown out by the tail, like being hit by a truck, and they also hit the rock wall with a bang. The rock wall was shaken to drop a few gravels. Ouch, what are you doing? Lin Leopard and Zhang Lei were lying on the ground, with multiple fractures on their bodies. Now they can't move at all. A sneak attack. Stealing a chicken but losing the rice. Hug a left whip tail, beat them so hard that their mothers didn't recognize them. Sorry, the 5-meter-long big meat, tail can't be stopped. Looking at the two old six on the ground, Yinchuan didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Who knew that someone would approach him by stealth? Let me make it clear first, this is legitimate defense. I won't pay for the medical expenses. Yinchuan suddenly had an idea, took out his mobile phone to record, and turned the camera to Huanjing. You have to testify for me that they were stealth sneak attacks. Huanjing was also dumbfounded when he saw the two people. He didn't expect them to follow him. Then he felt a little scared. If he hadn't happened to meet Yinchuan here, then the target of these two people would definitely be him, and he would face the sneak attacks of these two old six alone. It's a bad omen. But Yinchuan's attack was really fierce, and he beat them like this with one tail. "Brother, help us call an ambulance, I can't stand the pain." Lin Leopard showed a painful expression on the ground. Zhang Lei gritted her teeth. "I shouldn't have cooperated with you." The sixth brother, Yinchuan made an emergency call and asked the teacher to come and take them to rescue, but in this way, the probability of his base being exposed has greatly increased, but human life is at stake. If he wants resources, he can't ignore the life and death of his classmates. They are competitors, the sixth brother, but definitely not enemies. "Teacher, someone is injured here." Yinchuan made a call, and soon a teacher transferred the two injured people. "I believe you don't want people to know that you failed to sneak attack, but were killed by my tail in 1 second, right? I mean, it's better to have less trouble than more." Before leaving, Yinchuan did ideological work with the two. "We will still be good classmates in the future." Hearing Yinchuan's words, the teacher in charge of the injured had a playful expression. "We won't distort the facts." Lin Leopard sighed. His talent as the sixth child is definitely a sharp weapon, but who would have thought that he would be discovered so easily and killed in 1 second? What is there to say? According to school rules, in principle, it is not allowed to attack the beast master, but in this case, Yinchuan was acting in self-defense, and the injuries of the two of them can only be regarded as a loss. It's embarrassing to tell others about such things, so they won't think of taking the opportunity to blackmail or something. Next time, be careful when being the sixth child. But seeing Yinchuan's cautious look, they also didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Is this the first in grade points? He is obviously very strong, but he is too cautious. Moreover, he insisted that he would not pay for the medical expenses. Damn it, for such a serious injury, if you have a little face, you will also give some humanitarian compensation, right? Fortunately, if you are injured in the battle royale, the school will provide free treatment. However, the losses caused by recuperation can only be borne by yourself. Leaving the number plate on your body, the two injured people left the field. Huanjing also found a problem. "It is high to survive with Yinchuan, but this damn number plate has nothing to do with me. Yinchuan has done it all by himself, and I have no chance at all. But, as long as I survive long enough, what does it matter if I don't have a number plate?" Comforting himself in this way, Huanjing decided to hug Yinchuan's thigh tightly. At this time, it is underground in this mountain range. Tailang was using the flying sand and escaping skills of the sand blade jackal to sneak into the ground. Suddenly he sensed something and frowned. Tailang's talent for controlling beasts is the mind's eye. Even if he closes his eyes, he can sense the things around him. It is with this talent that he can travel underground with the sand blade jackal. At this time, he sensed something incredible. Underground, there is actually a strong life energy, and there is more than one. If you sense it carefully, it is everywhere. Tailang feels that something is wrong, because the fluctuations of those life energies are very vast, even not inferior to those platinum-level pets of those teachers. Suddenly, Tailang sensed that the life energy in all directions seemed to be connected into a circle, and at the center of the circle, there was a weak but vital life energy. It was terrifying to think about it carefully. Those powerful beings seemed to be guarding that weak but vital existence, and himself. Now he is not far from that center. Should we find out what's going on, or should we withdraw first and report to the school? Tailang swallowed his saliva. He decided to take a risk and see what exactly was in the center. As he approached slowly, Tailang felt that there was no soil in front of him, but a vacuum zone. He stepped into it and felt a very warm, natural and strong energy. In front of him was the light of land and vegetation. In the light, a pet egg made of stone, covered with tiger stripes and wrapped with vines, was being nurtured. Fuck! What kind of pet is this? Tailang was not a fool. Of course he knew how awesome this pet egg was. It was rumored that the eggs of powerful pets would appear in some unexpected places, and some of them would have guardians, and the pet egg in front of him was very consistent. It looked like it should be a tiger pet with earth and plant attributes. Tailang's heart was pounding. He reached out and was about to take the pet egg. Chapter 98 Turmoil. Giant Stone Tiger. Principal Li Sanyang takes action personally. 3 demon-typ. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Cheng Tailang reached out to take the pet egg, but he felt like he had touched a tough soft membrane. He exerted a little force and found that the resistance was very strong. If he didn't break this membrane today, it seemed that he couldn't get in. Cheng Tailang tried twice and punched directly, intending to break through violently, but found that he was also hurt. Old sand, what are you standing there for? Break it for me. Cheng Tailang suddenly remembered his pet, the sand blade jackal. He looked down and found that the sand blade jackal was uneasy, shrinking its head, and looked afraid. Tsk. Cheng Tailang had never seen the sand blade jackal like this, and he believed more in the extraordinary nature of this pet egg, but his expression did not change, and he punched one after another. If the pet is not good, he will do it himself. This is a top-quality pet egg, how can he miss it? But when Cheng Tailang punched out, the space here suddenly vibrated, with the pet egg as the center. Circles of ripples spread outward, as if summoning something. The next moment, an earthquake occurred. At the same time, Su Mu, who smelled the increasingly strong scent of tiger pets, had already arrived nearby. As the ground shook, he was also in doubt. Bai Jie, what's going on? Su Mu's tiger eyes shrank, and he hugged his white tiger in shock. Yinchuan sighed. He also noticed the underground shaking, and all the staff rushed out at the first time. Other students and teachers also found the abnormality. Principal. Something is wrong. Ma Wenkai responded directly, evacuate the students quickly. Li Sanyang also frowned, knowing that the matter was not simple. Notify all teachers and students that the battle royale is temporarily terminated, and go to a safe place as soon as possible. Senior students who are watching the game now, on the premise of ensuring their own safety, assist the teachers in evacuating. Everyone summoned their pets, and the scene was like a battlefield in Shuzhou. Boom. Without giving the teachers and students too much time to react, an astonishing earth attribute burst out, sweeping across the entire Dongbai mountain like a vast ocean. All the wild pets were alarmed, running around in panic and starting to attack randomly. The security personnel of Dongbai mountain were all alarmed. If there is a situation, report it. Control the situation. Never let these pets rush out. Students, there are students inside today. Team 1 guards the 4 exits, Team 2 enters Dongbai Mountain to help the school ensure the safety of students. Although they are just security personnel, they may not have a big background and no future. One day's work is one day's work. There is no need to fight desperately, but they stick to their duties, that is, to protect those who need protection. Not to mention, there are some veterans among the security personnel. Their quality and discipline are strong, and they can stand up at such a critical moment. Accompanied by the fluctuation of energy, a scene that shocked the whole audience appeared. I saw the whole ground arched up, and 10 figures that were nearly 100 meters long, like mountain peaks, rose from the ground, and they turned out to be some kind of life form. They are made of stone, and their eyes emit a scary light. You can roughly see that they have torsos and human figures, and there are some vegetation on their bodies, and even some pets can be seen on them. For example, a confused groundhog. These things have heads that look a bit like tigers, and the whole thing looks like a chubby tiger-headed man. It sounds a bit cute, but for the people at the scene, they only feel horror. Because each of these things has a platinum-level energy aura, plus a huge body, whether it is oppression or destructive power, it is not comparable to ordinary platinum pets. Principal Li Sanyang's face was as gloomy as water. He never thought that there would be 10 unknown platinum-level terrifying pets lurking under the ground of Dongbai Mountain. If a student has a problem, he can't let himself go on his conscience. Although this kind of thing is difficult to predict, as a principal, he will not escape from his responsibility and sense of responsibility. Moreover, if he had taken it seriously at the beginning, perhaps such an accident would not have happened. These thoughts were fleeting. After so many years, it's time for me to take action. Tier. Li Sanyang grabbed a pair of pets on his chest, and with a fierce grab, his clothes burst open, revealing a strong chest with shocking old scars. These were all the medals of honor he left when he fought for China. His muscles bulged, and the only 3 pet rings on his hand shone with platinum luster. 3 powerful pets appeared beside him out of thin air, the former diamond-level pet, the goat-horned demon beast. Although the 2 demon horns were broken, the strength also retreated to the peak of platinum, but when the goat-horned demon beast appeared, it was still like the messenger of hell descending, and the terrifying and evil demon breath turned into a substantial scarlet whirlwind, confronted with the 10 stone tiger giants in front of him. In addition to the goat-horn demon beast, there are 2 platinum-level pets. They are the bull-headed demon beast and the horse-faced demon beast. As a diamond beastmaster, Li Sanyang can contract a maximum of 6 pets, but like most beastmasters, considering that some have died in battle and some are still being cultivated and cannot fight, generally, the main battle pets will not be the maximum of 6. Take Yinchuan for example, the current main battle pet is Bao Bao, but Kong Kong and Afu are still in the training stage. If you really encounter a high-intensity battle, you may even only summon Hug. Kong Kong and Afu will at best assist in the battle. Anyway, Li Sanyang summoned 3 demon beasts with a fierce momentum. Wen Kai, fight in with me. Ma Wencai's summons has also been completed. He summoned 3 horse-like beasts, namely the sweaty horse, the 3-sided Mercedes-Benz, and the 4-ringed Audi horse. Each horse is platinum grade, with rich blood and energy. Ma Wencai rolled over onto the 3-sided Mercedes-Benz. Li Sanyang climbed into the sweaty horse. The other pet beasts followed, forming a small team and rushing forward. Keep the students safe, I will lead the charge. Li Sanyang's roar shook the sky, his eyes were red. You rocks, come here. At the same time, he reminded Ma Wencai. The matter is more serious than imagined. Notify the Chinese alliance that support is needed here. Ma Wencai nodded, and in the midst of the emergency and confusion, he contacted other teachers in the school and asked them to contact him on his behalf. These stone tiger giants seem to have a common goal. Li Sanyang and Ma Wen discovered the situation. The stone tiger giant did not attack blindly, but looked towards the center in unison, as if looking for something. The biggest threat to students now is the frightened beast. Blessed among misfortunes, Li Sanyang calmed down and relaxed a little. If the 10 stone tiger giants were to be killed indiscriminately, the students would be in danger. Now that they have a target, the danger to the students is greatly reduced. They rescued many students along the way. The goat-horn demon punched out, turning 4 or 5 crazy tusked wild boars into a pulp, letting the pursued students breathe a sigh of relief. Just, students around there. Li Sanyang's sense of crisis has not been relieved. Because the stone tiger giant is not out for shopping, but has a goal. If it affects students, it will be the end of the world for them. Right now, the 10 stone tiger giants moved. They stretched out their hands and grabbed for a place. My darn thing. Yinchuan and his party, as well as the students staying nearby, saw only 10 huge figures at this moment, all of whom took action in unison. The huge palms covered the sky and the sun, as if the sky was collapsing and the world was ending. Under the terrifying pressure of the platinum aura, these small bronzes, small black irons, and even silvers all trembled, feeling their own insignificance. Run! Yinchuan pulled Su Xiao and turned around and ran away. As for the life and death of other people, he has no control over it. The hand of one of the stone tiger giants landed less than 200 meters in front of them. At that moment, the mountains collapsed and debris flew everywhere, like a missile exploding. A huge shock wave swept across, shattering everything around it. The trees were broken in half, the rocks were turned into pieces, and the beasts were shocked to the point where their noses and mouths bleed, and these are carried by the shock wave, turned into part of the impact, and become the most deadly weapon. Elder brother, I saw a piece of gravel flying towards me. Su Xiaoxiao's talent for controlling beasts was activated, and a light blessing was placed on Yinchuan. In times of crisis, she acted subconsciously. It's to protect Yinchuan. Chapter 99. I will form the head. Devilman Fusion. Devilman Lian. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Pa! Bao Bao swung his tail and intercepted the rubble directly, smashing it to pieces. With me here, no one can hurt the main silver. Omega. Yinchuan looked back at Su Xiaoxiao, feeling the lightness on his body, his expression slightly moved. It's so reassuring to leave the back to my sister. Who can refuse a teammate who grew up with you, knows you well, and prioritizes your safety at critical moments? But, silly and cute sister. The talent of beast control should be used at critical moments. Su Xiaoxiao pinched Bao Bao's fat mouth. What a sense of security, leopard friend. Did you hear the notice? We have to evacuate quickly. As he said, Yinchuan looked back and found that Huanjing was limping out of the smoke and dust. Bao Bao, save him, Yinchuan gave Bao Bao an order. Bao Bao swept his tail and rushed over, lifted Huanjing and came back. Thank you, thank you. Huanjing's cobra rattlesnake was injured just now to protect himself, and has taken back the pet ring. At the critical moment of life and death, Yinchuan was able to see that his classmates helped him, which was enough to be grateful. His leg was injured. At Yinchuan's reminder, Su Xiaoxiao asked the little grass rabbit to release the parasitic seeds. The sub-seeds parasitized on Bao Bao, and then the mother seed parasitized on Huanjing's legs, so that it could absorb Bao Bao's energy and recover Huanjing's injuries. It's a bit like blood transfusion, which is a clever use of parasitic seeds. Bao Bao, it's okay, I have thick skin and flesh, I can withstand it. I hope you will remember Bao N in the future, Omega. Isn't that Su Mu? Su Mu and his white tiger walked out of the smoke and dust. Su Mu, the white tiger, and the sand blade jackal carried a tall boy on their backs, who was Qingtai Lang. Yinchuan's pupils shrank. Although he didn't know Qingtai Lang's name, he could recognize that his desert jackal was a high-level silver-level pet. It's not difficult to guess that this should be a senior. Yinchuan noticed that the pet egg in Su Mu's hand was made of stone, wrapped in vines, and had a very pure earth attribute. It was not an ordinary pet egg at first glance. Could it be? Yinchuan, who has always been very careful, smelled keenly that this pet egg might be the source of this turmoil. It is rumored that the eggs of some powerful pets are hidden in some special places, and there will be guardians. This kind of pet egg is definitely a top-grade pet. The one in Su Mu's hand is. In an instant, Yinchuan even had the idea of killing people to grab treasures. Sorry, I went to the wrong set. Yinchuan just cared about this pet egg, but there was no need to compete for the opportunity of his classmates. First, he had a cheat like the beast taming scroll, and second, Su Mu was a chosen person with SS-level talent, and he had the Huaxia Alliance as his backer. Steal his opportunity. Unless he killed him without anyone noticing, there would be endless troubles. Besides, he was out of the blue, the pet egg was in the other party's hands, and he took advantage of the situation and jumped out to rob. If it got out, it would be considered a bad character. Although Yinchuan claimed that he was not a gentleman, he was not so shameless. In addition, Su Mu did not compete with him for the little dog at that time. You respect me 1 foot, I respect you 10 feet. This is called human relations, so that we can meet in the future. Run! Su Mu saw Yinchuan and his group, his face was ferocious, and he reminded them. Those things are coming for me. When Yinchuan heard this, he turned around and ran with Su Xiaoxiao without saying a word. Are you kidding? 10 platinum-level stone tiger giants. If I want to be a hero, I'm crazy. Su Mu dared to take this risk, and the top-grade pet egg should be his. I haven't finished talking yet. Su Mu smiled bitterly, at least drag this senior away. Boom! Not long after Yinchuan and the others ran away, a fist of a stone tiger giant came like a comet. Su Mu glared. Is he going to be a hero without a place to use his skills, and die before he can accomplish his mission? Just for a pet egg? Roar! Accompanied by a roar that seemed to come from hell, a pet with goat horns on its head, goat hooves, and a dark red body suddenly appeared, jumped up, and collided with the fist of the stone tiger giant. Bang! The fragments flew, and a hole was hit in the center of the stone tiger giant's fist, and the fall of the fist was abruptly interrupted, but the next moment, 9 stone tiger giants moved forward, 9 meteor-like fists, as if to raise this place to the ground. Run! Li Sanyang and Ma Wenkai arrived. At the same time, the remaining 4-ring Audi horse of Ma Wenkai stretched out 4 rings, clamped Su Mu and Qingtai Lang, and their pets. They were all like clamping dolls, clamped and fixed on their bodies, and ran out quickly. Qingtai Lang had been seriously injured and unconscious. Su Mu looked unresponsive and turned his head to look. Li Sanyang and Ma Wenkai. Their pets stood in front of the 9 stone giants, and their figures seemed so small. And so tall. Principal. Teacher. Su Mu clenched his fists and hugged the pet egg in his arms tightly. He felt extremely guilty. Even if Li Sanyang and Ma Wenkai, 1 diamond and the other platinum, faced 10 stone tiger giants. They were still a bit like a mantis trying to stop a chariot, and he couldn't help it all. Damn, it's so tragic, I'm not dead yet, Li Sanyang heard Su Mu's shout behind him. Today I will set an example for the students and let them see what it means to be still sharp. Ah me. Ah mu. Ah taro. Combine, seeing the fists of the other 9 stone tiger giants falling, he and Ma Wenkai will die with a smile under these 9 punches. As a diamond beast master, he had to use all his trump cards at this moment. Me. Mu. Taro, the goat-horned demon, the bull-headed demon, and the horse-faced demon all roared and roared when they heard Li Sanyang's words. I'll form the head, Li Sanyang roared, like a super saiyan, with dark red energy on the surface of his body, overflowing like substance. At the same time, these energies were like lines, shooting towards the 3 demon pets and connecting together. The 3 demon pets flew towards Li Sanyang as if attracted by some kind of magnetic force, bang bang bang. With 3 muffled sounds, 4 strong bodies collided with each other. Ah! The bodies of 1 person and 3 pets actually merged together, and Li Sanyang's face appeared on his chest, 3 heads and 6 arms. The top one is a sheep head, the left one is a bull head, and the right one is a horse face. This whole demon-like Neza, and it also merged with Xingtian. Its strength soared rapidly, breaking through the platinum level and reaching the diamond level. Ma Wenkai looked at this scene infatuatedly. This move of demon-man fusion is really amazing every time I see it. Li Sanyang's beast-controlling talent is called Demon Man, which can merge with demon-type pets to achieve power concentration and break through the upper limit of strength. It is very devilish and powerful at the same time. It happened in a flash. Facing the bombardment of 10 stone tiger giants, Li Sanyang punched out brazenly, and 3 pairs of arms hit at high speed. Demon 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 demon. Demon Man hits continuously. Chapter 100 Li Sanyang, I am cracked. Stone Tiger Giant, we are also cracked. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Li Sanyang merged into a demon man and fought against 10 stone giants. Yinchuan took Su Xiaoxiao to escape some distance away. When he turned around, he was also shocked. This is a battle close to the diamond level for platinum, and it is not something that little silver like him can participate in. The 10 stone tiger giants were intercepted by Li Sanyang with 1 person's strength, but Li Sanyang was vomiting blood while being beaten. I can't stand it anymore. Li Sanyang's body was somewhat torn apart, which was a sign that the combination was about to disintegrate. Li Sanyang, I'm torn apart. Ma Wenkai, you are awesome, you have been handsome for 5 seconds. Wow! Li Sanyang vomited blood and was knocked away by the punches of the 10 stone tiger giants. 3 demon pet beasts fell out directly. Ma Wenkai took his pet beast with him. The students have gone far, let's retreat quickly. Just now, Ma Wenkai had asked the sweaty horse to check the surroundings to make sure there were no other students. The next step is to protect yourself. Come back. Li Sanyang summoned 3 seriously injured demon beasts to reduce the burden on his mount. It's too late. Ma Wenkai activated his beast control talent, and the speed of the nearby horse beasts increased dramatically, escaping from the attack of the stone tiger giant at extremely fast speeds. The 10 stone tiger giants did not continue to pursue, and some of them had broken fists. That was Li Sanyang's record. Woo! The gazes of the 10 stone tiger giants swept inside, as if they were looking for something. The next moment, the stone tiger giants glowed brightly and began to decompose on their own, and what fell from above were actually stone tigers. The stone tigers fell down like chaff from a sieve, performing a wave of tigers descending the mountain. Stone tiger giant, we are also torn apart. This. Li Sanyang and Ma Wenkai were shocked. They didn't expect the stone tiger giant to have such skills. The giant stone tiger was as big as a hill. It disintegrated into stone tigers that were about half a man tall. There must have been hundreds or even thousands of them. If 10 stone tiger giants disintegrate, there will be tens of thousands of them. Moreover, Shehu is smaller, more agile and very fast. This is comparable to a wave of small beasts. After testing Shehu, who was rushing at the front, he found that he also had Bai Yin strength. Moreover, among the stone tigers, there are also differences in levels. There are some larger stone tigers that are directly at the gold level. The threat and lethality of this wave are even more troublesome than the 10 stone tiger giants. We can only withdraw first. Let the teachers and students form a front to resist the killings of the stone tiger. Li Sanyang and Ma Wenkai retreated while looking for the lone students. Yinchuan and his party have also retreated to the so-called safe zone. Together with all the teachers and students, the safe zone is actually no longer safe. What should I do? Do you want to transfer? That who you stood with a group of teachers, worried. The principal has given instructions to form a line and defend. Make good use of the supplies in the safe zone. A guard battle began. Teacher, I suspect that everything is because of this pet egg. Sumu looked at the pet egg in his hand and couldn't help but fall into deep thought. Should we return the pet beast eggs to those stone tigers, this chaos would be over. Ma Wenkai looked at the pet egg in Sumu's hand and his pupils shrank. So it's because of this. Maybe you can give it a try. Are you sure you want to give up this top-quality pet egg? Now you have two choices. 1. Let me lure away these stone tigers, return the pet eggs, and end the chaos. Point 1. It is up to me to lure these stone tigers away, but the pet eggs will not be returned, and what you have to do is to help teachers and classmates to defend the stone tigers' attack. We will slowly fight back and clear out these stone tigers. After it's over, the pet egg is yours. Marvin narrowed his eyes and gave Sumu two choices. There are no casualties yet, and everything is still in time, well, except Li Sanyang, who made him not pay attention to it before. Li Sanyang, let me put it simply, I was injured, not dead. Okay, teacher. Let's return the pet eggs. The pets can be found again, but if someone gets hurt because of this, it's too selfish. Sumu said that the pet animal eggs were handed over to Ma Wenkai. Ma Wenkai nodded happily. Children can be taught. Sometimes, it is more rare to control the heart than to control the beast. Soon, the teachers and students discovered that the direction of the stone tiger tide seemed to have reversed. But one issue must be explained. Now it's not just the stone tigers, but also the pet beasts who are frightened and crazy. The entire Dongbai mountain is in chaos. Fortunately, the teachers and security arrangements here are in place, and the students were organized immediately to form a protective circle. At this time, Sumu led the white tiger of Gale and followed the tide of beasts to kill them. Principal Li Sanyang, teacher Ma Wenkai and the others. Sumu did not hide it, but explained the situation because he believed that this would mobilize his strength to help the principal and others. The teacher spontaneously decided to send a team to rescue Li Sanyang and Ma Wenkai while eliminating Shi-Hu along the way. At the same time, everyone also discovered it. As long as the stone tiger is crushed, there will be something similar to a crystal core inside. It is of earth attribute and the energy inside is pure. This is the best loot. Although the beast tide was scary, there was no danger at all, and it actually brought some opportunities. Although some people objected, the minority still obeyed the majority. The teachers took away half of the combat power to clean up and support Li Sanyang and Ma Wenkai. The pressure on the people who were saved suddenly increased a lot. Yinchuan found the wonderful thing about the stone tiger, which is the thing similar to the pet crystal core after killing it. This thing is about the same as the pet's energy block, which is not too much. At this time, he occupied the corner with the richest supplies. Bao Bao, Kong Kong, and Ah Fu all joined the battle. As the main force, Bao Bao has thick skin and flesh, and the killing power is terrifying. Under the water blade, any pet that approaches will be cut into bronze and black iron. The silver stone tiger needs 2 or 3 swords. Killing the stone tiger means taking away the stone tiger crystal core cleanly. The delivery rate is 100%, which is simply too cool. Kong Kong and Ah Fu are responsible for the flanks over there, dealing with some weaker pets. Although the killing power is not strong, it can also play a restraining role. Su Xiaoxiao's little seed rabbit greeted with all kinds of seeds, parasitic seeds, slow seeds, and confusion seeds. Her role is to interfere with the enemy and heal friendly forces. It is worth mentioning here that the stone tiger, as a stone life form, is not only not immune to parasitic seeds, but is also very effective. Probably the seeds absorb nutrients in the soil. So this is the case. Huanjing was frustrated here, not to mention his leg injury. The cobra rattlesnake's venom is useless to the stone tiger, and can only kill some other pets. So he envied Yi Yinchuan for being able to quickly harvest the crystal cores of the stone tiger. In just a short while, the crystal cores of the stone tiger next to Yi Yinchuan were almost piled up into a small mountain. You noticed Yi Yinchuan's record and nodded slightly. I hope the principal is okay. Su Xiaoxiao felt very relieved with Yi Yinchuan's protection, but looking at the endless tide of beasts, she couldn't help but show some worry. At this time, classmates and pets were constantly injured. After all, those frightened pets and the stone tigers would not show mercy. The most seriously injured was a female classmate who rushed out to block the knife for the pet and almost couldn't come back. Fortunately, the classmates around helped in time and avoided tragedy. 5.27 Modification. Optimize Su Mu's sense of justice, reduce selfishness, and reduce the tragedy caused by chaos.